Thomas Jeffrey Hanks, or most famously known as Tom Hanks, is an actor and filmmaker from the United States. He is considered as an American cultural icon and is known for both humorous and serious parts. He is one of the most renowned and recognizable cinema stars globally, whilst Rita Wilson is a producer, singer, and actress appearing in several movies and TV shows. So when the two met on a set, they made movie magic, and from there, their love grew into something more real. And unlike most Hollywood couples, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson have stayed married since 1988. The couple seem happily married and live a private life, but were in the public eye due to an incident that happened in New York while they were exiting a restaurant. But before all that, let's take a deep dive about their love timeline. Hi, welcome to You Wanna Watch, and in this video, we're going to talk about the incredible love story of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. 1972, Rita Wilson makes her acting debut as a 16-year-old cheerleader named Pat Conway on the hit sitcom The Brady Bunch. Tom Hanks, who was also 16 at the time, is immediately drawn to the actress, as he later reveals at the 2016 premiere of My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. 1981, they finally meet on the set of Tom Hanks' show Bosom Buddies, a short-lived sitcom about two single men who disguise themselves as women in order to live in the only apartment they can afford. Rita makes a cameo appearance on the show, but Tom is still married to his college sweetheart, Samantha Lewis, at the time. 1984, in the film Volunteers, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson recross paths, and their chemistry is undeniable. You could tell they were fond of each other, their co-star Xander Berkeley later tells People. Tom Hanks also later reveals to GQ, "Rita and I just looked at each other and, kaboing, that was that. I asked Rita if it was the real thing for her, and it just couldn't be denied." However, because Tom is still married to Lewis, the couple does not act on their chemistry. They divorced in 1985 after having two children, actor Colin Hanks, now 42, and Elizabeth Ann, 37. In 2002, Samantha Lewis died of bone cancer. 1986, at the premiere of his film, Nothing in Common, a newly divorced Tom Hanks debuts his relationship with Rita Wilson. "I was just too young and insecure for marriage," Hanks tells the UK Express of his failed marriage to Lewis. "I was 23 and my son Colin was already 2 when I married for the first time. I was not really ready to take on those responsibilities." Tom Hanks and Samantha Lewis finalized their divorce in 1987. 1988, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson get married, with Wilson famously wearing a short cocktail wedding dress with tulle details. "When we first looked at each other, there was definitely a kind of, hey, this is the place. I felt that anyway. I think the end result is that we got married for all the right reasons," he later tells Entertainment Tonight. March 1989, the newlyweds attend their first Academy Awards ceremony together, where Hanks is nominated for his performance in the comedy Big. He didn't win, but he did win a Golden Globe for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical a few weeks earlier, and he thanked Wilson in his acceptance speech. "I married a Greek babe," he says in his speech. "She was born right here in California, right here in Hollywood, but her folks are great. She's marvelous. Rita Wilson, thank you, babe, for marrying me. You made my year already." 1990. On August 4, 1990, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson welcomed their first child, a son named Chester Chet Marlon Hanks. Chet has followed in his parents' footsteps as an actor, appearing on shows like Empire and Curb Your Enthusiasm. 1993. Husband and wife appear in the classic rom-com Sleepless in Seattle, a film written and directed by Nora Ephron. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson don't play love interests in the movie, instead they are brother and sister. 1994, Tom Hanks wins his first Oscar, taking home Best Actor for his role in the drama Philadelphia. "I could not be standing here without that undying love that was just sung about by, not Bruce Springsteen, but Neil Young. And I have that in a lover that is so close to fine we should all be able to experience such heaven right here on earth," he says of Wilson during his acceptance speech. March 1995. The actor wins back-to-back Oscars, this time for Best Actor at the prestigious event. This time, he takes home the award for his performance in Forrest Gump. In his acceptance speech, he thanks Wilson once more. December 1995. On December 26, 1995, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson welcomed their second child together. Truman Theodore Hanks, like his brother and parents, works in the entertainment industry, but instead of acting, he works behind the camera. According to his IMDb page, Truman has worked in the camera and electrical departments of notable TV shows and films such as Wrath of Man, Black Widow, and Steven Spielberg's screen adaptation of West Side Story. July 1998. Rita Wilson was by Tom Hanks' side in 1998 during his hand and footprint ceremony in front of the TCL Chinese Theater in California. April 2002. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson produce My Big Fat Greek Wedding together. Following their on-screen collaboration, Tom and Rita collaborated behind the camera to produce the 2002 romantic comedy film My Big Fat Greek Wedding. They also worked as producers on the film sequel My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 and as executive producers on the TV sitcom My Big Fat Greek Life, in which Wilson made a brief appearance. June 2006. In 2006, the actress transferred her talents from the screen to the stage as Roxy Hart in Chicago. Tom Hanks attended Wilson's Broadway debut to show his support. May 2012. The couple has expressed their love for each other over the years, but in 2012, Wilson opened up about one of the sweetest moments she had with Tom Hanks during an interview with Piers Morgan. "I'll never forget, we were standing on the corner of 57th and 5th in New York, or 58th and 5th, Rita Wilson said of her husband. We were holding hands, and we were waiting for the traffic light to change. And he looked at me and he said, 'You know, I just want you to know that you never have to change anything about who you are in order to be with me.' Literally, a wave of, if love is a feeling, or a cellular thing that happens to your body, it went through me, and that's pretty much who he is, and how he's been." 2015. Rita Wilson told People in 2015 that she had undergone a double mastectomy and reconstruction after being diagnosed with breast cancer. And while she was initially concerned about how her husband would react, she was relieved by his reaction. "You never know how your spouse is going to react in a situation like this," Wilson told the New York Times. "I was so amazed, so blown away by the care my husband gave me. Who knew it would make you even closer?" April 2018. In April 2018, Hanks and Wilson celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary with a star-studded bash attended by Oprah Winfrey, Kate Hudson, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, Conan O'Brien, Martin Short, Isla Fisher, and Jimmy Kimmel. March 2019. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson attend her Walk of Fame ceremony. Tom Hanks attended Rita Wilson's Hollywood Walk of Fame star ceremony in 2019. He was not only cheering and applauding from the front row, but he also joined her on stage to give a speech from the podium praising her successful career and accomplishments. March 2020. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson battle COVID-19 together. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson were both infected with COVID-19 at the start of the pandemic in March 2020. Wilson discussed her bout with the virus in an interview with The Guardian, admitting that contracting it alongside the Forrest Gump star made the health struggle a little more bearable. "I think that having the virus at the same time made it that little bit easier," said Wilson. "We were taking care of each other instead of having the pressure of taking care of one person and no one taking care of you or understanding that the person at home needs a break." She added, "We were fortunate we were in a place where we understood what the other was going through." April 2020. The Sleepless in Seattle star gushed about her husband ahead of their 32nd anniversary in April, reflecting on what first drew her to Tom Hanks. "We just got along instantly," Wilson said on an April episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show. "First of all, I love a good storyteller. So anybody who can tell a good story, I'm down with that." What sealed the deal for the singer was the fact that the Oscar winner was very chatty when they first met, which fit in well with her very vocal Greek family. "Talking and food, that was pretty much our whole existence," she continued. "I love that. He makes me laugh all the time. He's a really good storyteller." 1 month after returning home to LA following the couple's COVID-19 battle and recovery, the Lovebirds celebrated their anniversary on April 30th. 32 years with this guy. At Tom Hanks' happy anniversary, my love, Wilson wrote via Instagram to honor the day. "Let's go 32 more and then some." We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/YouWannaWatch2022 and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Any support you provide us will help us provide you with more and better content. Okay, now back to the story. July 10, 2020. Rita Wilson celebrates Tom Hanks' 64th birthday with a touching tribute to her partner of 32 years. "Happy birthday, at Tom Hanks. We love you so much," Wilson writes. "You are our anchor. Every day with you is a blessing." The actress also shared lyrics from the 1967 Beatles love song When I'm 64. "Give me your answer. Fill in a form. Mine forevermore. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? To which she answered yes. July 2021. Rita Wilson celebrates Tom Hanks' milestone birthday. Rita Wilson honored Tom Hanks' 65th birthday with a sweet tribute on her Instagram. She posted an image of her husband grinning ear to ear while mounted on a bike on a scenic trail, writing into 65 better than ever. She captioned the post, "Happy birthday to the love of my life. XOX." November 2021. On a Smartless podcast that premiered on November 3rd, Tom went down memory lane about his 40-year career working on TV projects and movies. After sharing stories about Bosom Buddies, Happy Days, Big, and Saving Private Ryan, Tom opened up about the backstory of his sidekick in Castaway. He revealed that he had ways that Rita has been a part of his different projects, including his 2000 drama film Castaway. In Castaway, the volleyball is named Wilson. Now, you're married to the wonderful Rita Wilson, who I love, I adore, we all do, Sean Hayes said on the podcast. Was that by design? Because it could have been called Spalding. It could have been, Tom said. Castaway was written by Bill Broyles and that movie took about 6 years to figure out. Bill Broyles and I started talking about it and we didn't shoot it until 6 years later. He came up with the idea of a volleyball and he named it Wilson in honor of my beautiful bride. As a result, people had no idea that Tom was keeping Rita near to him while on site. Tom and Rita are happier than ever, and Wilson the volleyball was recently auctioned off in the United Kingdom for a stunning £230,000. June 2022. A recent video has gone viral showing the beloved Oscar winner losing his cool after a group of hovering fans got a little too close to his wife, actress Rita Wilson. According to the video, Tom and Rita, both 65, were seen leaving a restaurant in New York City on Wednesday night when a swarm of overzealous fans and paparazzi swarmed the pair as they made their way to their car. One of the fans is seen hovering a bit too close to Rita, causing her to stumble. "Stop it," Wilson screamed at the fan, prompting Hanks to intervene. "Back off," he shouted, "knocking over my wife." From that moment on, the group of fans stopped dead in their tracks as Hanks gave an Oscar-worthy stare at the crowd. "Sorry about that, Tom," one of them is heard saying before the actors made it safely to their car. What do you think about Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson? Are you a big fan of theirs? What do you think about their recent incident? Did we miss anything that you think should have been included? Let us know your thoughts by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.